Hi, this is Vamsi Kali. Welcome to my space where I share my real life experiences and reflections from building and running multiple businesses while actively investing since my early 20s. Recently, I had a conversation with one of our investors who invested into a land development project. Having a conversation, he lives in California, so we got into the conversation where he had a chance to ask me, what would be a better way to invest in real estate. I hear this a lot from a lot of my investors, and then because he lives out of the state and ended up investing with us on an existing relationship, he was asking how to further stretch his dollars. Like, his wife and him work pretty hard, just like a lot of us, and they have kids, so their time is well spent between their careers and the kids, and not able to spend any more time in investing. And so this is something that constantly coming up for me. So today I wanted to share how we started our investment journey. So maybe it would be a reference to you or somebody else. I think both my husband and I had even more busier lives when we started investing. We had really a lot of things going on. We had businesses, we had working for really demanding jobs, and young kid at the same time, and trying to figure out how to break ourselves into this real estate investing. One thing we focused is only figuring out our own backyard because it was affordable. Texas was affordable to us. So we were not able to figure anything out the area, but our area that we live is a blessing for us. So it was quite a bit easier for us to get started into investing, even though there's a lot of work poured into finding which area is best for us and whatnot. And when we found it, we really solidly put all of our energy there because we became experts in that area. So it became much easier to acquire one property after another. But now that I am for my business, and also we ended up buying a property out of state, right? So for those of my investors or anybody that could not afford to invest in their own backyard, such as if they're living in East Coast or they're living in California, those markets are not easy markets to get started with the real estate investing. The way we've approached North Carolina is that we had a friend who was building a lot of real estate wealth in North Carolina. That made us curious. Then we were able to focus in one area. That's how we were able to start our journey. There's always somebody helped us to get our foot into the door. Then it was up on us to research. It's the same criteria because we're living in United States. It's almost always the same. But I think it took us to get started. We had to initiate taking our time away to make this new thing happen. I think that's how anybody out of the state investing into another one, maybe it's their friends, or maybe they've invested into a deal, or maybe somebody else was able to see a success. Spending time on it, focusing on it, getting to know more. It may take time, it may take few months, or it may take a year, but that energy and time spent for that effort is what is going to reward. So what I've explained to our investors, and one particular investor, is that they know the area they invested because they are an investor. They're entitled to get all the information. They know the pricing, right? They know what's coming around that area, why that area is going to grow, because it's part of their investment anyway. If they continue to be in the loop and educate themselves, because they already did it once, they just have to travel a little further so they could bag incredible opportunities, especially in this market, because it's really a buyer's market right now. That is how we've done in terms of getting our foot into the door, especially when we are investing beyond our own backyards. And I think this method would be successful rather than trying to focus everywhere and then life takes us the careers pull us into their own directions and families need us to support, and still be able to invest with this type of theory, I've myself, for us, seen a bigger success. I hope this helps you in your own journey of investing outside of your backyard. Thank you.